Ashley, and this is Laker Vision. Today, we begin with this edition of Laker Vision with Sarah Jennings, who met with some members of both the girls and boys basketball teams to get their take on some interesting topics.
What's up, Lakers? I'm here today with some of the select athletes of Lake Michigan Catholic High School on our basketball teams. And today they're going to answer some really funny questions, so we hope you laugh. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? Right, Jake's going to do that one.
So, being vegan, I think it's always a good thing to do because it's eliminating the meat that goes on the pizza. Also, the cheese, since the cheese is the best part and I'm vegan, that needs to be on there. And then it's also eliminating animal cruelty by killing the animals. So that's basically it.
All right. If you could change your name, what would you change it to and why? Who would like to answer?
Jack.
I'd probably change mine to Roxanne, because there is a song that's about Roxanne.
Can I do it? And our next question is, what is the best type of cheese and why do you feel that it's the best?
I will answer that question. I believe that a classic soft brie is always a nice way to go. Can't complain. Thank you.
What are some funny and interesting alternatives to war that countries could do?
The president of each country should fight it out in the octagon.
That's good.
Anyone else like to answer that question?
Just let Lizzo skydive. Lizzo.
Okay. Would you rather travel to the past or the future and why? You're gonna let Chloe do that?
So, I would travel to the future to know when, where, and how I die. Thank you.
That's deep.
Next one is, what is your spirit animal and why?
Chaz.
That's Chaz.
My spirit animal probably be, I don't know.
A bee.
Sure, a tortoise, a Galapagos tortoise.
Why's that?
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
why?
They're just big, lovely creatures, you know. Nice round romps on them, just good creatures.
If you could have unlimited storage of one thing or item, what would it be and why? Yeah.
Jacks. Air, because if I had a backpack full of air, I could swim very deep and for a very long time in the ocean. So I'm
Yeah.
All right, and for our last question today, where would you go during a zombie apocalypse and why?
That's what's
So
wrong.
what about Christina? What would you like to
American.
answer to that?
Well, I saw something on Instagram where they put treadmills all outside of a building, and I thought that'd be pretty smart.
All right. Back to you, Katie and Ashley.
With the theme of the basketball season, now we have Chloe Simmons, who is here to discuss some of the do's and don'ts of student section behavior.
After recently attending the new Buffalo versus LMC boys varsity basketball game, it's time for students to understand what not to do and what to do when standing in the student section during a game. Let's start with the do's. Do cheer for your team. And not, do not look at the other students. Look at the other student section. Do ignore the student section, and do ignore the other student section's rude and frankly annoying remarks. Do not give the other school sections your Snapchat. You will regret it. Do chant your team's name. And guys, do not lift your shirt up to show the other team's section. And that's what to do and what not to do when sitting at the LMC student section. Back to you, Katie and Ashley.
And finally, we have Melanie Kibler, who has been in the field this week doing research on LMC's new Global Trade Finance Lab.
As many of you know who have been taking online classes, the Media Bay is under construction. But what does that really mean? To answer those questions, we have Ms. Witt here, and she's going to explain what the Media Bay is going to become and the changes that will go along with it.
So the media bay basically is not going to exist any longer. It's going to be, I have to look at my notes, the new room is the Sam and Connie Monty Global Training and Finance Lab. It's going to be a multi-purpose room for finance classes and different meetings and possible summer camps that would bring revenue in for the school.
So do you know what's being added and taken away from the media bay?
Well, the flooring, which everybody's going to be thrilled about, is going to be changed, probably not to carpet. We'll have something very easy to clean and things like that. And then we can have, if we have lunch meetings or whatever, then they can eat in here without any problems. That wall back there will be it's going to be a wall of windows, kind of like what the elementary school wall is when you walk in.
Okay.
Let's see, we're going to paint, and on the back wall will be 2 large television screens for teaching purposes. We'll have probably 6 of these tables with so many chairs and new computers. These tables will be on casters, so you can move them around the room. The chairs will also be on wheels so that they can be moved. The teacher or whoever is in here will have a moving station that anybody that wants to give a presentation can use that and move about the room. So it's going to be good.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for informing us.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Katie and Ashley.
I'm Katie. And I'm Ashley. And this has been Laker Vision.